It's finally here. Vinyl or CD? Which one do I prefer? Let's find out together in today's video. What's up everybody, it's What Jim, and this is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, and that is vinyl or CD, which one do I prefer? Which one would I rather listen to music on? This was an idea that my dad suggested for a video, so thanks Dad for this amazing suggestion, and I'll also say which one he prefers to listen to music on as well. You can also let me know which one you prefer, vinyl or CD, in the comment section below, and we'll get to it with the pros for vinyl and then the cons for vinyl, and then we'll do the same for CD, and then there'll be another challenge that winner will be up against, which we'll get to later in today's video. There are 3 pros and cons for vinyl and for CD, so we'll talk about the pros for vinyl right now. So pro 1 that I've got is, and these are in no particular order, it's just the order I've got them on my notes on my phone, and that is the sound quality. I love the way that music sounds on a record player or a turntable. It just sounds a lot more crisp and a lot more clean in my opinion. I'm not saying I don't like the sound of CD and for stuff like streaming music, but on vinyl, I just feel like music just sounds the best when you're listening to it on there. Pro 2 is you can't easily skip a song, and you might think that this is a con, not a pro, but I'll explain to you why it's a pro right now. So the reason why I think this is a good thing, because if you get an album or on CD or listen to an album, let's say on Spotify, you might end up skipping the tracks that you don't know, whereas on vinyl it's a lot harder to skip tracks, and because of that you might end up listening to more songs that you didn't realise you loved until you listen to the entire album. And if you just listen to the singles from it, the songs that you already knew from it, you might be missing out on some really amazing songs. The third pro I've gone with is they are the most fun to collect as well. CDs are great to collect and all, but with vinyls you get extra stuff with them. You sometimes get maybe booklets that tells you the lyrics and what the lyrics mean, and you just get more things when it comes to vinyl, and they feel like works of art, whereas CDs don't really feel like that in their plastic cases. So I think because of that, I just think vinyls are just more fun to collect. But that's probably just my own opinion. That when these are my own opinion on all of these. But for the cons for vinyl, the first one is it can be quite expensive to collect. Not all of them are expensive, but some of them are definitely going to be costing you quite a bit, especially if you want like deluxe editions and things like that. And the con number 2 is it could take up lots of space. I mean, CDs could take up lots of space if you buy too many, but you're easily going to run out of space with vinyl quicker than with CDs, just because they take up more room. And for con number 3 is you have to clean the record sometimes, and you don't really have to do that for CDs unless the cover's getting dirty. But for records, you do have to really clean them every now and again if you want it to still sound amazing, and just you just don't really want a dirty record. You don't really want any dust on them or anything. You want to keep them as clean as possible, and that can be quite expensive to get them cleaned as well. My dad has a special cleaning machine for records, and we're slowly getting through all the records that my dad and I have, and he's cleaning all of them. I'm not really sure what machine he uses, but I highly recommend to get a record cleaner if you don't have one. But that's it for the pros and cons of vinyl. We'll now do the same for CD. So for CD, for the first pro, I've gone with is that they're cheaper to buy than vinyl. So CDs, if you're looking for brand new ones or used ones on eBay, they're sometimes ridiculously cheap. So they're much more affordable to get than vinyl. And also for Pro 2, it doesn't take as much room up as vinyls, but depending on how many you have, it can take up quite a lot of room. Not as quickly as it can with vinyls. And the third pro I've gone with is that they're easier to come across as well. To be honest, I couldn't really think of another pro for CDs. So that's why I just want it easy to come across, because it probably are slightly easier to come across than records. But for the cons, so for con one, you can get cracked CD cases. Sometimes, even if the CD is brand new, if you get it on Amazon, it sometimes comes with a cracked case. So that's definitely an unfortunate part of CDs. And my second con is they're not as good to display. It doesn't feel like art, right? Like I feel like vinyl records, they do sometimes feel like art. You could display them somewhere, and it would look a lot nicer than they do with CDs. And the third con I've gone with is it's the CDs have got people to get rid of a lot of their vinyl records, and quite a lot of people do regret it down the line. So this is something that happened a while ago, because vinyl records are now getting back into fashion, but it still is a con even if it happened a while ago. Now we've gone through the cons and pros of vinyl and CD, and now reveal which one I prefer. And again, this is my opinion, and for me, I would rather listen to music and buy music for vinyl records than CDs, because I just found it easy to think of positives for pros for vinyl records, but I also felt that with vinyl records I could think of more negatives than I did with CDs, but still the positives outweigh negatives with vinyl records. So in my opinion, that's one I'd highly recommend to collect more, and that's my preferred way of listening to music. Out of vinyl and CD, that is. That's right, the next challenge is going to be vinyl versus streaming for music. So we'll talk about the pros and cons of streaming music right now. So pro one for streaming is convenience. You don't have to go and buy the album physically to listen to it. It's just literally by about 10 seconds of searching on Spotify, you are going to be able to find the album or the song that you want to listen to. And it's not just like that for Spotify, it's like that for any streaming services you're going to be listening to music on. And for my second pro is you don't have to worry about not liking an album. You didn't have to buy it physically. Of course, you do have to pay for these streaming services, but you're not paying it just for one particular album. If you're going to do that, you're going to buy it physically. So you don't have to worry about not liking an album and buying it for nothing, because you're not just using a streaming service for one particular album. You're going to be using it to listen to loads of albums and songs. The third pro I've gone with is you can create playlists for yourself and for others. And I really, really like that about it. You could be really, really creative with it. You could even, on Spotify, you can even add your own picture for these playlists. And it's really, really fun to create playlists. And sometimes you can do it with loads of other people. And it's just a really, really fun thing to do. And it's one of my favourite things about streaming services. But for the cons, the first one I've gone with is it does take up cloud storage, so digital storage, whereas it's not that's not the case for vinyl and CD. The second con is you don't have a physical music collection, it's all digital. And the third con is you can't find all music on there. There's going to be some songs and some albums you won't be able to find on streaming music. And that's it for the pros and cons for streaming. And now I'm going to say whether I prefer vinyl or streaming. For me, I prefer vinyl. I know that most of the time when I listen to music, it's on streaming music, it's on Spotify, but there's something about listening to it on vinyl. I just prefer the sound. I prefer the fact that you get to display it, and they feel like works of art, the actual records, and they're just really, really fun to collect. And for all those reasons, I prefer vinyl over streaming music. But not gonna lie, it was a lot tougher than vinyl or CD for me. And I think the reason why I listen to music more on Spotify than I do on vinyl record is because, like I said, for one of the pros for streaming music is how convenient it is. But even though it's very, very convenient, I still do prefer vinyl. I want to give a big thanks to my dad for this suggestion for the video. And if he would just choose which one of these he prefers, he would go with vinyl over CD and streaming. But streaming was the one that he would go to next after vinyl records. But he said that streaming would be the winner for him if it's streaming versus vinyl singles, not vinyl LPs. So if it is including vinyl LPs and vinyl, it's the winner for him. that's it for this video, and hopefully you enjoyed watching it. Again, you can let me know which one you prefer, vinyl, CD, or streaming. So yep, you can let me know which one of those three is your favourite way of listening to music. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Congratulations to the winner, being Vinyl Records. Until next time, ciao. It's the final countdown. Doodle-doo-doo. 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 It's the vinyl countdown.